I was broke, a kept woman, and counted out until one day everything changed. And guess who decided to change it? Today on Dichotomy with Shannon, we are going to get into the nitty gritty of how I built an empire from literally nothing. This episode is your wake up call. Stop mindless scrolling on TikTok or watching Netflix binge worthy shows and start betting on yourself. You are the only person that can do it, and you will never regret it. I'm going to pull back the curtain on how I built everything from nothing. Little Sister USA, a book, a journal, my True Self Academy. It's a freaking academy. I have core curriculum that I wrote on rewiring your nervous system to go back to the person that you were always meant to be before the world and the programming and whoever else decided to give you a mask to wear. So, I'm going to share what it took to build something when I had every reason to believe that I couldn't. I had no family support. Those that have been following, you know that my family's dead. My born into family, it's a little weird at my age to just not have that kind of backing. I had zero money of my own. And the people that were closest to me were sabotaging me and creating such adversity, telling me, no, Shannon, you cannot do this. You know nothing about business. You know nothing about this. You know nothing about that. How do you expect to build an empire? And I kept saying jokingly, like my Delulu makes it true, Lou, like delusion. There's actually something to it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have a little bit of delusion if you're going to go out and make your dreams come true. What we think about, what we believe in, that is our 3D. That is how we live in our outside world. So if you are feeling scared and you have the naysayers breathing down your back and you're just going to listen to them, then you really will fail. What's worse? Doing something that you want to do that you're afraid to do. And yes, you could fail in public. Hell, I could fail right now in public. But guess what? At least I'm not going to be on my deathbed wishing that I did something instead of being in fear of the judgment of other people. You can actually look at it like this. When you post or you show up online, who is that person you're afraid is going to see it and they're going to judge you and probably call you and maybe embarrass you or say something negative to what you had posted and your heart believed in? That's the person that you're living for. If you really think about it, that's the person that you're most afraid of. That's the person that has your power and that controls you. So it's time for you to take your power back, not be afraid, be unapologetic for who you're created to be. That desire that you have, that is divine. That desire is not just from Wufa, that's your purpose. That dream inside of you, that dream, that is not random. It's holy. It's your purpose, and your purpose is personal. Don't let other people project their fears on your vision. You don't owe your ideas to people who can't hold them. I'd rather fall flat on my face than sitting on my deathbed saying, damn, I should have done something. Why did I allow other people's opinions to dictate my entire life? Why do we do that? Why do we outsource everything about who we are, the spectacular, magical, supernatural human beings that we are, to other people because of what they see fit? Why do we relinquish our own control over our life? What are we so afraid of? What is holding you back? If you didn't have that judgment from whoever that you know that person, if you didn't have that judgment from that person, what would you be doing? What would you be doing right now? And what would you be doing tomorrow and the next day and so on? And go out and do that. I built Little Sister USA. I wrote and produced True Self Journal. I started an academy, True Self Revolution. It's core curriculum, completely self funded. When I launched, I didn't have a roadmap. I was an on air radio personality. I've been on TV and radio. I was never an entrepreneur. So, you know what I did? I went to school to get my holistic health coaching license. So I knew a little bit about what I was doing and what I was going to promote. And then I found myself in other schooling like alchemy and spiritual directing, life coaching, and yada, yada. And for the last 8 years, I've been in all these schools because it's all led up to True Self Revolution, which I had no idea that was even a seed. No one handed me anything. Zero support, zero family money, zero emotional support. And let's just say the people closest to me clipped my wings every single time I tried to fly. There was real betrayal, real control, but still I kept dreaming and I just kept taking the next right step. It's all you can do is just take that next little step forward. You have the choice. You can keep numbing out. You can keep saying no to your dreams and it's pestering you and it's saying, please, please listen to me. You are the driver, you are in control. What is one thing that you can do today that your future self will never regret? Go out there and do that thing, that little step today that's going to better your life in 5 years. I've learned that you keep things sacred until it's solid, meaning you don't tell everybody what you're doing. You keep it tight lipped, close to the chest. You do it. And then once the ball starts rolling, then you let people in because you know what? They're going to see it anyway. But you don't want to tell them prematurely. That's actually dangerous for your desire. You don't need their opinions and their energies coming in and mixing up with yours. Keep it secretive until it's anchored, until it has bones and a foundation. That way, when other people's energy comes in, it's not going to blow away. Because believe it or not everybody's for us. It's human nature. I think that you're competing against other people, but you guys, you got to get the competitive state out of your mind because there's enough to go around. It is abundant. There is so much room for creators. There's so much room for people going out there and even doing the same thing as you. Their success does not mean your failure. If you see somebody going out and doing their thing, applaud them. And then you do the same, whatever that looks like for you. We are all so uniquely made. So my journey is very different than your journey. What is your journey? Your beautiful journey that's uniquely yours, the path that is uniquely yours. What is it? Without the fear, without the judgment, without the naysayers and the adversity. This is why this is so important for me to say, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's why I'm being so raw and open and saying I had no money, no support. I had emotional sabotage at every corner, but I still went and did the damn thing. I want you to ask yourself, why am I giving the naysayers authority over me and my dreams and my life? What am I afraid of? Why do they have any kind of rights to say what is or is not okay for your dream? They're not paying your bills. They don't live in your body. They don't know what you're here to do. And that's a side note. Don't take advice from somebody who is not where you want to be. All these people want to give advice. Are they where you want to be, impact and income wise? Because if not, on to the next. Don't waste your time with that. Take advice, seek guidance, get a business mentor if it's not in your circle. I've done it and it's changed my life. I had to get business mentors and all these different memberships that was rewiring my subconscious mind to know my worth. Confidence is huge. If you don't know your worth, you're going to fall for anything. Anybody can tell you anything and you're just going to live that life. Do you want to know what it really costs to build that dream that you want? It costs your illusions, your excuses, your codependency, your people pleasing. And yeah, sometimes it costs you money, a lot of money, could put you into debt. But thank God for that debt because that's capital. I got into debt. I'm grateful for it. I'm so grateful that I created my own capital in my company to make my dreams come true. And you can too. If you have help, if you have a support system and you have parents that believe in you and want to give you a little bit of money, then you're even one step further. Take it, run with it. Nobody's cheating the system here. If you have help, take the help. I don't even have babysitters help. My babysitter died, my sister, right? Like best friend, everything, dead. Who do I call? I am like outsourcing funds to try to get a community, anybody that can come watch my kids because I have zero help, but I am still doing it. I am still taking the next forward step. Yes, I have support in my friends that believe in me and they want to see me thrive. I'm not saying that, but I don't have the support, like the help, the childcare, the financial backing, the plan B. I don't have a plan B. I am all in. I believed in myself before the world did, before the world is seeing what I'm finally meant to be. Look, it doesn't matter where you're starting from. I don't care if your bank account is in the red. If you got people who doubt you, if you feel like you're years behind, go listen to the song Time by Pink Floyd, by the way. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are in the stretch, right? And in the stretch, That's where your power gets born. Sometimes we get so caught up in rejection and we freak out and we feel like failures and our ego gets a little bruised. But most of the time, that rejection is just redirection to put you on a greater path. You have to believe it though. You have to believe in yourself. You have to put all of your energy and your love into that thing that you know that you need to be doing, but you allowed fear to hold you back from. The question is, are you willing to bet on you? Don't let that just go in one ear out the other. Really ask yourself, am I willing to bet on me? Am I tired of shrinking? Am I tired of letting other people blow out my flame and my candle just to make them feel better? Am I tired of people pleasing to the point where I am so miserable and so tired of giving that I've completely lost who I am? I don't even know what I want. What are my desires? What are my hobbies? Ask yourself that. Write it down. I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this, you're at the point where it's time to take that step. And I want this to be an encouragement. If you don't take that step, if you want to make the same choices now than you have been, what is going to change a year from now for you? Sometimes you have to go against the grain. Sometimes you got to fly against the flock to get to where you need to go. No more waiting. No more silencing yourself. There is a fire inside of you. Don't blow it out. So I want this to inspire you. I want somebody out there to look at me and my life and all the adversity that I overcame, all of the hardship, doing it on my own, not having any support, zero support. And I did it. I did it. And you can too. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need permission from anybody. You just need to decide that you're done waiting and you're going to do it. No one is going to come and rescue you. You have to save yourself. It's you. It's always been you. And when you stop betraying yourself and start backing your own damn vision, then everything shifts. It's natural law. So take the next brave step. Not because it's easy, but because your future self is ready and waiting for you. She is not off in some far distance. She is here now. You don't need to wait any longer. You just need to make the decision. I am cheering you on, not from some pedestal, but from the same dirt I planted my roots in. And it's time to rise. You make your dreams come true because you truly can. You just have to have the mindset. Sometimes in our generations, we are the ones that break the curses because we are the ones strong enough to do so. And guess what? Your lineage is counting on you. They are cheering you on. And I know that mine is. I know that my lineage is counting me on. I look at them all the time. Look, I'm the only one in this photo still breathing. They're around somewhere, I'm sure, behind the scenes. I don't know. Definitely giving me the courage to put myself out there on a podcast like this, to create a freaking course and curriculum and supplement brand and write a book. Thank you, lineage. I sometimes hear them chanting for me. I'm not kidding. I can see them. They are rooting for me. They are rooting for me to do what they wanted to do, but they didn't have the courage to do it. Stop numbing out. Stop scrolling. Go do the thing. And thank you for listening to Dichotomy with Shannon. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next one.